An elite Maui runner who completed in her 5th Boston Marathon is still trying to make some sense of last week's deadly bombings. And it's not the first time Jen Tom and her family had to cope with a deadly terrorist act. Ron Mizutani explains.
Jen Tom was elated as she raced past the finish line of the Boston Marathon, posting a personal record for the event with a finishing time of 3 hours and 21 minutes.
This race is such a sacred event.
But Tom's elation took a sudden turn when she learned of the explosions while returning to her hotel room, knowing her father and boyfriend had been standing where the first bomb exploded earlier in the day.
Knowing that they were so close to the area in which the first bomb occurred really just, hits home, and it's a very emotional thing for me.
And it was a very emotional moment for her father, Anthony, as well.
It really, brought back memories of that day, seeing that it was, another terrorist attack.
That day is September 11th, 2001. Jen was working at the Grand Hyatt in New York that morning. Her older sister, Claudia, was in the second tower at the World Trade Center.
When the first plane hit, she pretty much just put the elevator down and got out of the building, based on instinct, I guess, and made it out of the building safely. And when the towers came down, it was a very emotional day for everybody, especially my parents and the family and friends, since there was no way to get in contact with any of us.
Thankfully, both were safe. The terror attack in Boston was a chilling reminder of 9/11.
It was very emotional, especially for my father as well. To have this happen twice, once with each daughter, it definitely was very emotional for him.
Like many others, Tom is driven to return to Boston next year.
There's no doubt about it. I'm 100% going to go back in 2014 to run the Boston Marathon again. I think that a lot of people want to run this race in remembrance of what's happened now. For anybody, even those that weren't directly affected by the bombing, it's definitely brought this country together closer, and there's a strong bond now.
Ron Mizutani, KHON2 News.